Hello. Hi there. This is Anna Stropnik coming to you live from Fort Lauderdale. Let's see who do we have on watching. Type in where you're watching this from. I'd love to give you hi. So today my question for you is, are you struggling with tendency to beat yourself up when you don't have a result? So if this is you, stay tuned. Hey Adrian, stay tuned. I will be giving you some of my best tips on how to overcome this. And if this is the first time you're ever watching my video, I know for Adrian it's not. My name is Anna Stropnik, and I help people create side stream of income in health and wellness, and also help them reach their time and financial freedom. So let's dive in. Yeah, this is going to be maybe a little bit different than what you're expecting. I know we are all, hi Nikisha, we are all part of this amazing group where we are all learning our best skills. Thank you for the hearts, guys. But this is like my take on this, how to overcome that, like beating yourself up. So the first thing, let me just tell you like a little bit of my story. I started in this profession almost a year ago. It's actually going to be 1 year this month, so I'm really excited. I'm going to celebrate that anniversary for sure. I haven't figured it out in details yet, but it's going to be big, so looking forward to that. So anyway, when I first started in my first month, I actually went in and got and recruited 8 people in my team, 8 distributors in my team. And I often wonder even myself, like, how did I do this? I never did network marketing ever in my life. Thank you, it's not yet. So I never did network marketing in my life, and I often like kind of go back to that moment, and I was thinking about that today. How did I do that? What was different? Like, how did I manage to get this with absolutely no experience, no skills whatsoever? And the answer that I came up with was the energy. So the energy that I had, then it was like how excited I was about it, how like powered up I was. And I think everyone can like find themselves, like when you first start with something new, you just have that energy that is so attracting, that is like irresistible. People want to follow you, people want to do what you're doing, people are curious, and you know, like people will like just start like following you and following your steps, and it was really easy. So basically, like the energy. So how do we go back to that moment? So energy transfers good energy. So if you have like good energy, you know, it's going to transfer. But if you have a bad energy, no matter what you do, it kind of transfers. Doesn't matter if you're not talking to people face to face or even on the phone, even if it's just in a messenger, just you can still read the tone of voice, the tone of your energy, your weakness, even through messages. So it's really important to go back there. So kind of today I was like in the morning, I was feeling like a little bit off today, and I was like going through like the things I had to do, like with certain follow-ups and whatever, and then I found myself like thinking, you know, like maybe you find yourself like thinking these things too when you're doing the same thing, like, oh, they probably like won't answer, or they will never join, or they'll say no, they will everybody says no. And you know, you get, if you are in that mindset, that's probably what you're going to attract anyway. So what do you have to do? What do you have to do to change that energy? This is what I found that works for me. I actually stop what I'm doing, like stop what I'm doing. You need to catch yourself in those moments, because I'm sure we all have those moments. Like not every minute of every day, all the time, you're going to have a good day, and you know, like be like bursting with energy, like good energy. So it's important to actually stop and think like, oh, you know, how can I do this better? And that's what I did. I like stopped. I listened to one of my favorite recordings. If you'd like to know more about that, what exactly I'm listening to, message me. I will share this with you. I'm not going to share it publicly. It's my big secret. But that's something that works for me. It changes my energy around. So I'm like powered up and I'm back on, and then you start seeing results. Then you start seeing people like responding to you, saying yes, you know, asking you questions, and it totally works. So if this was helpful so far, type in number 1. I have one more tip for you after this one. And hopefully this will help you out. And also feel free to share this with anyone who you think might benefit from this, who needs to hear this today. So my tip number 2, it's the activity that is important, but also the energy following that activity. So it's important like what kind of energy you have when you're doing your activities. So no matter like, you know, if you're talking to like 100 people a day, and if you don't have the energy to follow, it's really, hey Milena, it's really, hi Jeff, it's really important to have that good energy with it, and then your results will double and triple, I promise. So another thing I have for you is I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about duplication. So duplication in your team, we often like forget about this. But your team, doesn't matter if you have one person in your team or 10 people or 100 people or 1,000 people, they are following what you're doing. So if you are struggling with this, if you're like struggling with this like energy, it's reflecting to them as well. And that's how, you know, so you really kind of need to, like when you're talking to your team member, you should never they should never see you like complain and really have that bad day. That's something that you really need to be good at hiding, because all of that will duplicate. Of course you understand when somebody has a bad day, but it's not helpful to them, and they're going to and it's going to reflect on them, but you need to be able to go there and pick them up. So that's the skill you need to have, is to actually change their energy. So, you know, if this video is helpful, you know, send them this video. That would be, I think that would be helpful when somebody's having like a bad day and is beating themselves up. So, and if you have a leader in your team, if you are the leader who is absolutely on fire, crushing it, you know, like reaching out to their goals and just like doing tons of activity, being present, that is going to be reflected to your team. So you will create that duplication. Maybe it's going to take some time, because they're going to be like wondering, you know, what is she doing? You know, what's going on? You know, like they can't follow. But once they start doing, that's when you're going to create that momentum and everybody going in the same direction and really crushing it. So if you're alone, you know, doing like your activity, like having that like good energy, like really focused on your goals, like have maybe like what I'm doing, 90-day run, you know, if you're doing, just wait, you know, don't go and like beat your team up, or, you know, nobody's following me. It's okay, they will, because you are going to create something and you are going to be an inspiration for them. So so hopefully this was helpful. Feel free to message me. I actually have a few more tips just like this that are just as important. So if you'd like to know, I would love to chat. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.